So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for this cooking show. And I'm going to be making some delicious vegan food. So I'm going to start with a breakfast, and then I will do like maybe a meal that could be a lunch or dinner, and then I'm going to just whip up and with a very quick sorbet. So I'm just going to show you, if my cameraman can come here, please. If I can please show you what I've got for the first meal. So I've got a cup of almond milk, and I've got a cup of this. You can either use arrowroot flour or tapioca flour. I had some tapioca flour at home, so I've got a cup of tapioca flour here. And then I've got half a cup of coconut milk. And I've got half a cup of water. But this batter has to be quite thin because that's how it's going to be quite nice and a good consistency. So you can also add more water while you're mixing your batter, and you have to just look at just the consistency of it. So it has to be quite thin. And then I've got some coconut oil. I've got half a teaspoon of salt. I've got another half teaspoon of salt. That's for the avocado mix. And I've got half a cup of, you can either have olive oil or hemp oil or macadamia oil. So I've got half a cup of macadamia oil here. Then I've got a handful of flat parsley leaves, and I've got the juice of 1 lemon, and also the zest of 1 lemon, and half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Then I've also toasted some, lightly toasted some sesame seed. That's just, you know, to just put on top of your taco. So we're going to make taco. And I've got some avocado that I'm going to mash a little bit later. I didn't want to mash it yet, but just mash it just to make the mix. And another half teaspoon for the avocado mix. So now what I'm going to do, if you can maybe just show this, I'm just going to go grab a bowl, and I'm just going to mix the almond milk, the tapioca flour, the coconut milk, and the water, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to grab my bowl. As you can see, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to heat up the plate here, the hot plate, and put my pan as well to prepare it. And you just put that on a medium heat. So I'm just going to put it to maybe number 4 so that it has the time to heat up. And so put the tapioca flour together. And the almond milk. Half teaspoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt. So I've got Himalayan salt here. And half cup of coconut milk. And half cup of water. Now I'm going to mix this together to make a batter. I just want to mix it quite well together. So we're just going to check the consistency of it now. If it's a thin batter, it's going to be ready to just be cooked, or I'm just going to add some more water to have a pretty thin batter to it. So I think it's pretty liquidy, and I like it this way. Okay, I think it's actually mixed quite well. Just going to put these away, but I have a little bit more room. And you just take a ladle, just put it in your bowl to start with. And I'm just going to check that the pan is quite hot. I think it needs a little bit more heat. I'm just going to add a little bit more heat to it so that it just heats up quite nicely. So while this is heating up, what I can do is take a little bit of coconut oil and just put it in the pan. Just let it melt a little bit in the pan. I think I'm just going to take this off and use it again. I think it needs a little bit more heat. I just want to show you what the batter is like. So it's quite liquidy, it's very nice. I'm going to make something that probably looks a little bit like a crepe, maybe quite thin. I'm also going to grab just a little tool to just flip it over as well, not too long. Got it. So I think it is actually quite nice and hot now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab the ladle and just fill it up and just flip around it like that. I think this is quite good, nice. It's quite nice. And then just flip it around like that and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on one side, and you just flip it around and then just let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. I left it on a high heat only because it could be your stove could be quite different. Your stove can actually heat up pretty quickly, and mine just takes its time, and then it's just really hot. So you've got to control it while you're cooking. Do you want to show a little bit of how to do that? So that's cooking quite nicely. Let's just check the heat. Yes, it's quite hot. What I can do is just flip it a little bit just to check. I think it needs a little bit more cooking so that it browns at the bottom. I'm going to check again. Again, it's a little bit more. So next time, what I'm going to do for the next one, I'm just going to cook it a little bit thinner. I have tried that with hand milk as well that I made back 2 days ago. And the consistency is actually different. I think coconut milk, because I left the hemp seeds in my milk, it was actually a little bit thicker. So it was actually easier to make it quite thin. So with the coconut milk, the milk is actually thinner. So I think that's why when I put that first one, it just went quite a lot went in there. So I'm going to flip it. And look how it's actually browned quite well. So I'm just going to leave it for another 2 minutes on the other side. So it's taking a little bit of time. Of course, cooking always takes time. But when you eat it, you just eat it in one go, and it's just so delicious. Okay, so I'm going to check what it looks like. I think it's actually quite nice. So I'm just going to do one because then I want to move on to my next recipe. So I'm going to take it off the fire. I am also going to grab a plate and just put that on that. So this is one taco done. I'm going to put this away. So, and put this away. So later I'm just going to finish this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the pumpkin that I've actually put together, and put a bit of coconut oil, about 500 grams of pumpkin, and about 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of oil, coconut oil. Just mix it together, salt, pepper, and just let it roast for about 30 minutes and let it char a little bit on the outside. Just place it evenly on the tray as well so that it can cook evenly. And then, yeah, just, and it has to also be quite soft as well inside. So what I'm going to do now is with the taco, I'm just going to place a little bit of, I'm just going to place a little bit of that pumpkin. Yeah. And what I'm going to do next is do the avocado vinaigrette. So now what I'm going to do, so I'll take one avocado, put it in my machine, in my bowl, sorry, and take about half a cup of either hemp oil or macadamia oil or olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit less of oil only because my avocado is quite small. I'm just going to put about that much there. And half a teaspoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt. So I've got the juice of a lemon, the zest of one lemon, and also half teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to mix that together. Put that in there. And also take a handful of fat parsley leaves, put it in there, and I'm going to mix it together. So if you have like a Ninja bullet or, you know, a NutriBullet or, you know, a blender, just put that together. So I'm just going to do that. Mix it together. One more time. I think it looks quite nice already. I am happy with this. I've got a great consistency here. I'm just going to mix it together a little bit more. And just take the dressing and put it around just on top of your taco and your roasted pumpkin. Like that. take some of the lightly toasted sesame seeds and just sprinkle it a little bit. And add on some leaves, black parsley leaves. And here you go. This is your first meal done, and this is your taco. That could be your breakfast. So I'm going to put that away, and I'm going to move on to our next meal. That could be a lunch meal or even a breakfast meal or a dinner meal. I'm just going to show you now what's involved in this. You need one of those grills. And I'm just going to put the fire medium to high. Well, electricity for me. I'm going to move these things away so that we have a little bit more room for the rest. Okay, so next what we have is, I just need to quickly check the recipe for this. So we've got the mushrooms. So basically you need 4 large portobello mushrooms, but I've got 4 medium ones because I just like them sort of bite sizes. But you can actually just add more mushrooms because it's actually also being marinated. Then you need 3 tablespoons. So the marinade that I put in there is 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, or you could put avocado oil or macadamia oil or hemp oil, half teaspoon of ground cumin, half teaspoon of sea salt, half teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, quarter teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 3 garlic cloves, very finely chopped. So then you marinate it for 10 minutes and make sure that you also turn it and toss it around because you want it to be marinated quite nicely as well, just to be coated everywhere. So this has been resting for a little bit over 10 minutes, so it's actually quite nicely marinated. And then for the avocado chimichurri, what you will need is half a bunch of flat leaf parsley, finely chopped, 3 garlic cloves, very finely chopped, I've just crushed them, and a quarter of red onion, finely diced, half teaspoon of red chili flakes, and 3 tablespoons of virgin olive oil. And of course, you can mix your olive oil as well. Change your oil, just put either macadamia oil, hemp oil, or avocado oil. Then I've got half teaspoon of freshly ground pepper and half teaspoon of sea salt and 2 zest of a lemon and 2 juices of lemon. Then I've got also 1 avocado diced because that's what I'm going to do for the mixing. Now, what I'm going to do now is just to check on that pan. It's quite hot. I'm going to put it too high because it takes a little bit of time, so everybody's stove is a little bit different. And what I'm going to do is just place it in there. Let it cook. With mushrooms, you don't even have to cook it so much because it doesn't take too long to cook. So I'm going to start with the bottom part. Maybe put a little bit of this marinade as well. It's actually delicious. The marinade itself is very delicious. Okay, so just going to let that cook. Smells delicious. I forgot to say that there's also half a teaspoon of paprika in that marinade, and you can smell it. It smells so delicious. Okay, I'm just going to check that and turn it around. So let it cook for a little bit longer. I'm going to put a little bit more marinade because I want it to caramelize and become, you know, have a golden color. And this marinade is just gorgeous with the garlic in it. I'm just going to check. Oh, that is looking good. So give it a last little toss, and I'm going to take it off the fire afterwards. I think I'm happy with this, so I'm just going to take it off the fire. So while this is cooking a little bit longer, I'm just going to turn that because I want to caramelize on the other side a little bit more. So I'm going to show you how to make the chimichurri. Basically, what you do, you just grab a bowl and mix all the ingredients together. So you've got the fatty parsley, the red onion, the garlic, the chili flakes, the salt and pepper. The juice of the 2 lemons and their zest as well. So put that in there. I've actually used mayo lemons, so we'll have this little extra ooze. Then 3 tablespoons of olive oil. The reason why I'm also, because you could mix that with the avocado, but my avocados are actually a bit small. So mixing it together. Smells delicious and very zesty. What I would do is to just maybe, because my avocados are quite small, just going to take about maybe 2 big tablespoons and also maybe a little bit more juice in there. And mix this together. It looks delicious and fantastic. Here we go. So put this aside, out of the way. I will take a plate. And what I would do as well, I boiled some sweet potatoes and put a little bit of the butter, the vegan butter that I made in a previous cooking show. And because I've used unrefined butter, unrefined coconut oil, you can't actually taste the coconut oil in the butter. So I've put a little dash of this and some salt and pepper. And also I've made some hemp milk. I've just put a little bit of, any vegan hemp milk in there, and it makes it nice, soft and creamy. And you can just taste the sweet potatoes so well. So I'm just going to grab maybe about that much. 2 big spoons, and maybe make a little well in there. And then I'm going to grab my Portobello mushrooms and add my avocado chimichurri. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And this meal would just be so delicious to eat. So next, I'm going to move on to my very quick and easy sorbet. And with this sorbet, you only need frozen strawberries and half teaspoon of agave nectar. And if you wanted to add mint to it, you can add mint or even basil. Basil is nice with strawberry. So for people who have children and who just want to just make something quite healthy and quite quickly, I would recommend to actually just do that dessert. So I'm just going to grab my frozen fruit. What I've done, I've actually got four different fruit. Because I like it, because it's actually tastier. I know strawberries is nice, but I just wanted to show you that you could have a different alternative as well, and just have a variety of things. That you could have mango, you could have anything, and just whiz it up and have some very delicious sorbet, and great for summer and healthy because you've only got half a teaspoon of agave nectar. I don't know if you've actually what agave nectar is. You've got the light one and the dark one. I like the dark one because I like, strong flavors. So I'm just going to show that to you. Not be too long. So here you go. So I'm just going to go and grab my frozen fruit. I'll be back. I just want to show you as well. So I'm just going to whiz that in my magic bullet here. Just going to move these out of the way. So here you go. I've got a cup of 4 different frozen fruit. And I'm just going to put that in this time I'm using the magic bullet. Just put that spoon. And just use half teaspoon of dark agave nectar. That's all you need. It is so delicious. Okay. So I'm just going to go to my magic bullet now. going to have to mix it again. So you can sort of see already that it's quite soft. It's quite cold, so it will take a little bit of time before it can whisk everything together. With frozen strawberries will be easier, definitely. So just mixing it again. Gonna whisk it up again. A little bit more. It's quite frozen. I want it to mix together. So I'm just going to bring what's at the bottom at the top. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a little hot spoon so that I can just scoop it out and make it quite nice and easy. I think that is actually a little bit too frozen. So we have more of the granita here. So basically what you need to do is to just take it out of the freezer for a little bit. So I'm just gonna show you it as a granita, I suppose. But when you actually eat it as an ice cream, it is actually very delicious. Here you go. This is my granita. And so give it a go at home. Try those recipes, and they are very simple and delicious. And just like anything, recipes take a little bit of time and effort. This effort is gonna, give you joy. And also, eating vegan food is just, it can be just so delicious. You have all the nutrients and you have the flavors in it. You've got all the good flavors in it, all the nice marinades. And you can just end it with either a strawberry sorbet or a full fruit granita. So do you guys have any questions?
Can I come over and have some dinner?
Yes, please do. We've got some delicious one. I'm just going to show them to you again. Just stay put. So this is the breakfast taco with some pumpkin and some avocado vinaigrette. And then you've got the sweet potato mashed with the
yummy. Look at that.
portobello mushroom and the
Yum, 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 yum.
Wow, I'm coming
Great.
too.
and here you've got the granita.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You should open a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, my
come
sister
and-
told me this. She said, you know, you make so much, you know, such beautiful food, and you could, you know, just host, you know, host maybe people's dinner parties or
Yeah.
or lunches. But I think my I prefer doing it for my family and friends.
Oh,
And-
man.
Yeah.
I think yeah, cooking, I prefer just using different part of my brains to actually do like a daily processes, but this is more like a relaxing and sharing food and doing food ministry with my friends and
Wow.
family. Yes. Any other questions?
I don't know. I can't ask any more questions. It looks delicious.
What is the special about the tapioca flour? Can I use just normal wheat flour or it won't work?
No, because it's like it's a vegan version, and you either use arrowroot flour or tapioca flour. Have you ever seen tapioca flour before?
No.
No.
Let me just show you quickly. Won't be too long. You know, I think they make sago out of it, the sago pudding. This is made of tapioca. Won't be too long.
Wow.
Well, I'm just going to show it to you.
Oh, right.
It looks really yum.
I know. Makes me hungry.
Yes.
Oh, right. Oh,
We
yeah.
can't see it properly. No. It's just
Oh, yeah. Organic.
It's white.
Oh,
okay.
It's very thin. I'll show you how thin
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
yeah. Where do you get it? Crystal.
Coles, Woolies.
Oh, Coles. Okay.
Yeah. Supermarket, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. You just go sometimes in the health section. And
Mm.
so it's how thin it is, or you won't see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Very thin.
Yeah.
And also, it's a little bit sticky. And I actually like that about it is when you sort of like break your, let me see, where is it? So I'm going to break this a little bit and I want to show you. So it's like,
Wow.
see, it's a little bit stringy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Crystal.
no worries. So
Well
give it a
done.
go, try it at home, be merry, share it with some people and just eat. Food is so delicious and we're so lucky that God's given us all these flavors. We just need to play with them. Not be boring with it, you know? Just add some stuff to it and, you know, do a little dance with it.
Oh, hi.
Wow.
It's like having a party in your mouth.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
No worries.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Bye.
Until the
Well,
next time then.
what did you put with the ice cream or whatever?
Just agave nectar. So it's actually a substitute for sugar. I'm just going to show it to you. Won't be too long.
Oh. You didn't have to put sugar, do you?
No, this agave nectar just gives this a little bit of sweetness and it's so delicious.
Okay.
But I've got the dark one. You can take the light one. I like the dark one because I just like strong flavors. It's just the way I
Okay.
am, yes.
Yeah. You don't put vanilla essence. You don't put.
No, it is just delicious as it is because there's the fruit's already very sweet, right?
Yeah, I know.
If you mix, the reason why I mixed it because I just like all this combination of flavors together. They're all red fruit, and it's just so delicious. Like when you could have a simple one. You could have mango. You could have just strawberry. Strawberry by itself is just so good. You could add any herbs as well. For example, you could add some lavender. But like strawberry and basil is so nice together. So you can play with it.
Lavender.
Well, lavender would be probably be for more like a different fruit. I don't know what maybe, I don't know. I've never really tried it, but you could try with some lavender as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys
Enjoy your
for
dinner.
thank you guys for coming to this little cooking show. Enjoy.
Okay. All right.
you.
Well,
Bye.
we will.
Thank you.
Bye.